Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Let's quickly go through these training missions. Previous mission was the Maverick laser guided bombs, so let's focus on the harm and refueling in this video. So let's go for the harms first. As you can see, this is the training mission. There are like four targets in the Serbia. First in Zadar. It looks like some kind of SA2. Falcon B is the radar, which is supposed to be destroyed. So it's the SA2 radar. Second target is SA6. What is it? SA4, long tracked radar. So it's again a different type, which is mainly used for the SA4. It's also protected by SA7s. These are like infrared manpads fired by the infantry units. It's well known, the RPG looks like RPG. This is the SA3, the next waypoint. I don't know why there are so many targets on the ground for this mission. Just because I'm able to carry only two harms only, so I'll be able to destroy just two of these same sites, and the last one is again SA3. So let's see the munition loadout. Oh, I'm carrying 4 of them. Interesting. Didn't expect this. I'm in the air already, so let's fly this. Normally the F-16 is unable to carry more than 2 arms. So it's interesting that they put like 4 on this. So I might be able to destroy all 4 steer point targets. So steer point 2 selected. You can see it's in the distance on my HSD. It's already on for a couple of seconds. There was a 2 on my radar warning receiver. I'm slowly getting into this circle. So let me activate the EZM or the jammer. Let's activate some program and the lights are off. Let's see the harm screen, the harm page. There is a search radar nearby. You can see S here and 2 here. I'm gonna try to lock this 2. Okay, 2 is locked. Let's wait a couple of seconds until we got closer, so they will switch on the radar again. It's always better when the radar is on. The harm is able to remember the last known position of the radar, but if the radar is on, it has a higher chance to do anything. I'm already in range. You can see this bracket here, and the arrow is somewhere in the middle or below the middle already, so I'm well in range of my harm, or the SA2 is well in range of my harms. It's locked. I'm waiting for it to be switched on. Seems like they are too afraid to switch it on currently. They know I'm coming. But they have to switch it on if they want to. So Magnum is in the air. They have to switch it on if they want to navigate some missiles with it onto me. So let's slightly change my heading. And as you can see, they fired a missile onto me. You can see there in the distance. It looks like it's being tracked on me. Let's take some evasive maneuvers. There is the missile. It lost its track, seems like that. Okay, and it is no threat for me anymore. Just because the radar is off, and it is off just because my harm hit it. So we are free to continue our flight to the next steer point where the SA4 should be. So let's switch to this steer point 4. Nothing on there yet. I can't see nothing here on this steer point. SA4 should have like SA4 Pat Hand should be the name of the radar, or Pat Hand. Oh, the SA4 is active already, so let's lock it. I'm already in range, and as you can see, the circle of the SA4 is not so big like the range of the harm, so you can always feel pretty safe when you fire harms outside these circles, but the probability of kill is lower than when you wait for a couple of seconds and you release it once the radar is on again. You can see the radar is off. I cannot see it on my radar warning receiver here on the left side. There is no 4 on it, so I'm not being locked. But you can see the radar position on my SMS page for the HTS, which stands for Harm Targeting System. So the harm knows the position, but the radar is currently off. I don't know what's the exact probability of kill if I fire harm now, whether it is maybe 50% or something like that. But if I wait a couple of seconds until they switch it on again, they want to hit me. Okay, it's on. Again off. They are very clever how to use it. On off again. They know about me. They know about the fate of the SA2. Looks like they are a little bit more afraid. There is a warning, like flight control's fault, just because I overg'd my aircraft during the maneuver. I shouldn't fly at such high Gs when I'm carrying the air-to-ground ordnance. You can fly at such Gs if you have like just 2 air-to-air missiles, but not with the air-to-ground. Come on, turn it on. Okay, I'm slowly getting into the threat circle of this SA4. Soon I will cross the border and I will be in range of these missiles. Okay, they turned it on. Magnum. And let's fly away. The harm will definitely find its target very easily. They are still on. I can't see my F-16. But these harms look like tracking perfectly. There is the radar, and boom. I've been able to destroy also some of the launch pads by these secondary explosions. These 2 targets remaining should be the SA3s. So maybe let's use some Time compression, it's far, far away. Okay. This A with one dot, as you can see, is Shilka, or should be ZSU-23. It's Shilka, A with one dot below it. So it's just an air-to-air ground, air-to-air machine gun system with the ceiling up to 7,000 feet only. So it's not a threat for me. In the distance there is a circle of the SA-3. Basically it's very short range system. It's more modern than the SA-2. It has like better tracking. So you are more probably, it's more probably to shoot you down like than the SA-2. Basically it's very, SA-2 is very obsolete system. So let's switch to the harm site. Radar locked. Let's wait until I get to the range of the radar or the missiles. I'm way too high. It's useless to be at such high altitude while you are doing such this seed mission. Like suppressing air. SEAD stands for suppressing enemy air defense. So it's much better to fly at lower altitudes, but you have to be careful about the artillery. Basically they can hit you in lower altitudes, but if they fire a missile at me, I'm very high, I won't be able to get down on time, so they will shoot me down. And just because the air is also thicker in the high altitudes, my F-16 won't be able to turn such at such small radius like on the ground, basically. I'm again waiting for them to bring on the radar. Okay, they switch it on. Still on, so let's fire. Magnum in the air. Let's switch to the next steer point already. The name of this radar is Low Blow, or the SA-3 system. Oh, and I missed it. The harm missed it for a couple of meters. So let's go for a gun run against this radar. I will keep it locked for me to see it properly on the
altitude.
Okay, there is the missile coming for me. I'm gonna fly below it. There is a second explosion somewhere. So there was second missile which hit the hill, basically. And I'm gonna try to hit this radar with my gun. It's on the other side of this hill, so I can't shoot now. Maybe, okay, I can see it already. Where is the gun cross?
Altitude.
I don't know whether I was able to hit it. Perhaps I just hit the other side of the hill. And as you can see, the SA-7 was fired at me, is the infrared manpad. So let's turn back again.
Altitude.
The SA-3 cannot see me behind this hill. But once I got on the other side, they will see me again. Where is the radar?
Altitude, altitude.
Okay, I can see it perfectly from this side of the hill. Let's increase my speed just because of the SA-7s. They are the biggest threat for me now.
Chaff flare. Altitude, 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 altitude,
Okay.
altitude, altitude, altitude. Chaff flare, low.
So the radar was destroyed and they fired another SA-7 at me, so therefore I was flaring all the time. Now it's time to destroy this last target, which is again SA-3. So let's use the time compression for that. Okay, I can see the circle already. I'm gonna wait for the locking till the very last moment. Maybe it's again behind some hill. Therefore my arm might have troubles to hit it. Okay. Okay, it's on, off, on.
Magnum.
Oh, I'm on time compression still.
Caution, caution.
So the Magnum has been fired.
Altitude.
Hopefully it
altitude.
will hit this last target. Seems like it has a good tracking. Okay. So the SA-3 is out of operational status. So guys, that was this training mission. You can see the explosion on the hill in the distance. So that was this training mission. Let's quickly jump to another one. Which should be the air refueling. Just briefly show you how it works. So I can fly for a tanker basically, just because I allowed like flying for multiple aircrafts. I'm now able to select this KC-135 as a tanker. I can jump into it and fly this mission as a tanker, or I can jump here as a trainee and see how this goes. So let's go for some air refueling.
Bingo, bingo.
I'm at 900 pounds of fuel. Let me activate some program. Lights on, air refuel open. So I'm ready to take the fuel. I don't know whether the tanker is already communicated with me.
Cowboy 1-1, request clearance to refuel. Cowboy 1-1, Camel 1-1, clear to pre-contact position.
Okay, I'm gonna lock him just to see the
1-1, Camel 1-1, heads up, tanker is entering turn.
just to see the the speed, which I'm closing to the tanker. I'm gonna activate this list bingo so I can see the exact fuel amount. The radar warning receiver must be beeping in this tanker now. Therefore, I reduce the lock to the soft lock. So I have like track while scan. I can choose now. I release the lock completely. So if I lock it like for the first time now, it's just the soft lock. The radar is still scanning the outer areas of the target. If I lock it once again, it's the hard lock. The radar is focused just on one target, and the radar is literally beeping like crazy in this tanker right now. Not the radar, the radar warning receiver, basically. It seems like I'm going to fire a missile at them, so I'm not gonna mark them or lock them such hardly. It's always a tricky part to take fuel in this game. It's not so easy. I usually need more trials to do so. It's very hard to be in the exact position behind the tanker at the exact speed. Luckily, it seems like the tankers are not like materialized in this game, so you are unable to collide into them. So if you are flying up and down behind it, you are not going to explode in the air, basically. Master caution lights are on just because the after fuel tank is low, or maybe empty already. Just low, okay. But that doesn't matter. I can see my fuel on the data entry display. There is a bingo fuel, it's 1,500, and the total amount of fuel, currently 685 pounds of fuel, my aircraft. I'm slowly getting into the correct position, maybe more slowly than I should go. The tanker is in a turn. He says that in the radio, heads up, tanker is entering turn. So I can see the boom down below the belly of the tanker.
1-1, clear to contact position. Camel, 1-1, Cowboy, 1-1, stabilized and ready. Roger. Forward. Forward. Forward.
The hole for the tanking
Forward.
is behind my cabin, so he has to put this probe behind my cabin. I have always such troubles to to refuel in this game. I will always need a few more trials to get into the correct position, as you can see here.
Forward. Forward.
Still forward. I was like
Forward.
too far away in front. It would really help me if he can level his aircraft. So I won't
Forward.
take fuel while turning to the right side. Okay, not going well.
Forward.
I've lost another 100 pounds of fuel, so I have like very limited time to get into the correct position.
Forward.
Still forward.
Forward. Contact.
Okay, I'm taking fuel. I just took 200 pounds.
Disconnect. Forward.
Way too low. So at least he gave me fuel for 2 more attempts to take fuel. That's good for him and good for me as well.
Forward.
Why I am so high?
Forward.
Not like this, not like this.
Down.
Okay. Completely out, so let's go once again. Where is he? Okay. It's really stressful if you are out of fuel in a mission. Like now I'm almost completely fine. It's just a training mission, but if you are in the middle of a mission, you are returning to your base and you are out of fuel, and you are somewhere over the sea, you are really trying to get some fuel. It's really stressful for you to do so.
Forward.
I don't know why I'm flying still up and down. It's very stupid for me.
Forward.
Caution, caution.
Okay. Please, please, please.
Contact.
Okay, I'm taking some fuel. Great. I'm gonna take 5,000. Okay, 5,000. It's almost the full fuel amount, and then I'm gonna fly away. So 3,000, 4,000. Okay, 5,000. Let's thank him for tanking. Done refueling.
Camel 1-1. Topped off and ready to go. Roger.
Okay, so I took almost 6,000 pounds of fuel in a very short period of time. Let's close the air refueling hole. And that was the mission. Now I should fly back home, like with internal fuel tanks. He's also changing his course, maybe back to his road. Okay, so that's it for this refueling mission. Now you see how it goes. It's not so easy, but if you practice it a few times, you can fly any long mission and always depend on your tankers. If not, it's not a tragedy. Basically, you can fly all your missions in this F-16 without air refueling all the campaign. If you start any mission in the campaign, you are good to go to fly it with F-16 with external fuel tanks, so no worries. You don't need to know how to refuel. But it gives you more realistic approach if you take some fuel prior you depart the target area, for example. So it's it prolongs your mission. You can stay longer in the area. For example, if you still have some AMRAAMs, you can provide some cover for the other packages. For example, in the air. So it's always good if you know how to refuel, but it's not essential, it's not mandatory in this game, basically. So that's all for today. I'm gonna quit this mission now. Guys, if you want to tell me something, ask anything about this game, go for it. I'm always open to any comments. Thank you for them in advance. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day and take care. Bye.